children. The topic of our video is subtraction of rupees and paise. It has been taken from chapter 6 money from your mathematics book. Now let's start doing it. We have already done addition of rupees and paise in earlier video. Now subtraction. First of all, write down today's date here in your mathematics notebook. Write down chapter 6 money on the top line. Then the topic, that is subtraction of rupees and paise. And now let's start doing subtraction. While doing subtraction, we have to count backward counting. Okay. Now let's start doing it. 5 minus 0. 0 has no value. So 5, we have to subtract nothing from 5. So 5 is there. Now 2 minus 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. Now 4 minus 4. All the numbers go on. That is why we will write 0. Now 5 minus 1. 5 in your mind, 1 in your finger. Now what comes before 5? That is 4. So answer is 4. Now the answer is 40 rupees and 5 paise. Now the next sum is you have to subtract 56 rupees 10 paise from 68 rupees 30 paise. Now 0 minus 0 is 0. 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1, that is 2. 8 minus 6. You have to keep it in mind. 8. 8 in your mind and 6 in your fingers. Now I have 5 fingers in my hand and I will use 1 pencil as my finger. So 8 in your mind and 6 in your fingers. Now let's start doing counting, backward counting. What comes before 8? That is 7. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 and 2. So 8 minus 6 is 2. Now 6 minus 5. 6 in your mind and 5 in your fingers. So what comes before 6? That is 5. Let's start counting, backward counting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So 6 minus 5 is 1. So answer is 12 rupees and 20 paise. Now the next sum is you have to subtract 142 rupees and 50 paise from 263 rupees 70 paise. 0 minus 0 is 0. 7 minus 5. 7 in your mind, 5 in your fingers. 5 in your fingers. Now what comes before 7? That is 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So 7 minus 5 is 2. Now 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2, that is 1. Now 6 minus 4. 6 in your mind, 4 in your fingers. What comes before 6? That is 5. Now let's start counting, backward counting. 5, 4, 3, 2. So 6 minus 4 is 2. Now 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1, that is 1. Answer is 121 rupees and 20 paise. Now let's move to the next sum. 0 minus 0 is 0. 9 minus 4. 9 in your mind, 4 in your fingers. What comes before 9? That is 8. Now let's start counting, backward counting. 8, 7, 6, 5. So 9 minus 4 is 5. 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. 9 minus 3. 9 in your mind, 3 in your fingers. What comes before 9? That is 8. Backward counting start. 8, 7, 6. So 9 minus 3 is 6. 8 minus 4. 8 in your mind and 4 in your fingers. What comes before 8? That is 7. Backward counting start. 7, 6, 5, 4. So 8 minus 4 is 4. Now we get the answer 462 rupees and 50 paise. We will do some more sums of subtraction of rupees and paise. Now we have to borrow. Okay, let's start doing it. 0 minus 5. We cannot subtract any number from 0. So we have to borrow 1 from the next number. When we will borrow 1 from this 4 will become 3. And this 0 will become 10. Now 10 minus 5. 10 in your mind, 5 in your fingers. Now what comes before 10? That is 9. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So 10 minus 5 is 5. 3 minus 2. 3 in your fingers. Now 2 minus 1. Now 1 minus 5. 1 is less than 5 and you have to borrow 1 from this 5. Now this 5 will become 4 and this one will become 11. Now 11 minus 5. 11 in your mind and 5 in your fingers. 11 in your mind, 5 in your fingers. Now what comes before 11? That is 10. Let's start counting, backward counting. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. 11 minus 5 is 6. Next, 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2, that is 2. Next is, you have to subtract 88 rupees 35 paise from 96 rupees and 50 paise. Now, there is 0. We cannot subtract any number from 0. So, we will borrow 1 from this 5. Now, this 5 will become 4. And this 0 will become 10. Now, 10 minus 5 is 5. Now, 4 minus 3. 4 minus 3. That is 1. Now, 6 minus 8. 6 is less than 8. That is why we will borrow 1 from 9. This 9 will become 8 and this 6 will become 16. Now 16 minus 8. 16 in your mind, 8 in your fingers. As I have only having 5 fingers in my one hand, so I will use 3 of my pens and pencils as a finger here. Okay. Now 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 16 minus 8. 16 in your mind, 8 in your fingers. Now what comes before 16? That is 15. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. So 16 minus 8 is 8 here. Now the next is 8 minus 8. 8 minus 8 is 0. So answer is 8 rupees and 15 paise. Now the next one is, we have to subtract 485 rupees 10 paise from 629 rupees 20 paise. Now 0 minus 0 is 0. 2 minus 1 is 1. Now 9 minus 5. 9 is greater than 5. So there is no need to borrow. So 9 in your mind, 5 in your fingers. Now what comes before 9? That is 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So 9 minus 5 is 4. Now 2 minus 8. Now 2 is less than 8. So we will borrow 1 from this 6. This 6 will become 5. And this 2 will become 12 now. Now 12 minus 8. 12 in your mind and 8 in your fingers. Now I will use 3 of my pen and pencils as my finger and 5 in my fingers. Now total 8. Now we have to subtract 12 minus 8. What comes before 12? That is 11. So Let's start counting. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So 12 minus 8 is 4. Now 5 minus 4. 5 minus 4. Only 1. So answer is 144 rupees and 10 paise. Now the next sum is, we have to subtract 219 rupees 40 paise from 523 rupees 60 paise. Now let's start doing it. 0 minus 0 is 0. 6 minus 4. 6 in your mind, 4 in your fingers. What comes before 6? That is 5. 5, 4, 3, 2. So 6 minus 4 is 2. Now 3 minus 9. 3 is less than 9. So I will borrow 1 from this 2. Now this 2 will become 1 and this 3 will become 13. Now 13 minus 9. I am having only 5 fingers, so I will use 4 of my pens and pencil as my fingers. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 are there. Okay, now 13 minus 9. 13 in your mind and 9 in your fingers. Okay, now what comes before 13? That is 12. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So 13 minus 9 is 4. Now 1 minus 1 is 0. And now 5 minus 2. 5 in your mind and 2 in your fingers. What comes before 5? 4, 3. So answer is 304 rupees and 20 paise. This way you can do subtraction of rupees and paise and do your work neatly, nicely. Okay, and do practice at home. Thank you.